Hello, how are you? My name is Misael Pereyra. I'm a music teacher from Argentina. So I've been playing music since I was 10 years old. At 11, I started studying music seriously with teachers. I play the guitar and the clarinet mainly. I also write, compose, make musical arrangements, and some other stuff. Today we will discuss guitar and clarinet lessons. So firstly, we'll speak about the guitar a bit. So the guitar is a string instrument. So we have 6 strings. The number of the strings are always numbered from the one at the bottom all the way up. So string number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then obviously you have these sort of divisions here on the guitar. These are called fret. So fret number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. So in these places you would place your left hand and produce different sounds. And I would recommend to start playing classical guitar, such as this one, but I also play and can teach electric or acoustic guitar. That's also depends on each student. Unlike other musical instruments, the guitar has a very interesting feature, that is, you can play both melody and harmony. Now, for instance, what is a melody? It would be to play something like this, for example. But you can also play chords. That's musical harmony. Like, for instance, when you play this. A chord is like a set of several notes played simultaneously. So that's a very interesting thing to do. With other instruments, you cannot do that. It's like singing. When you sing, you can only produce one single sound each time. But with the guitar, or like the piano, you can play several notes at the same time. So that's very interesting. Now, having said that, of course, there's no need to study all music theory if you want to play the guitar. That depends on the interests of each student. Some students just want to learn to play some chords just so they can sing and play their favorite songs, and that's perfect. While other students might want to know some more about music theory and all that, and that's also perfect. So I adapt, all lessons are adapted to each student's interest. So for today, we will learn 3 basic chords. You may know that each note is represented by a letter in English. So we have letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So those would be our 7 musical notes. So our first chord for today is G major. Why is it called major? Well, if you really want to know, we can discuss it later. But G major is this chord here. All right. So we would use our 4 fingers of our left hand. So finger number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So finger number 1 goes 5th string, 2nd fret. Finger number 3, 6th string, fret number 3. Finger number 3, same fret, 2nd string. And finger number 4, same fret, 1st string. And it sounds like this. So this is G major. There are several ways of playing this chord, but I chose this particular position because it will be easier to now change to our second chord, which is C major, and we will play it this way. The only difference is that these 2 fingers would go down 1 string each finger. So now our finger number 1 is on the 4th string and finger number 3 on the 5th string. So G major here, C major here. Those are very similar, as you can appreciate. One small detail, this is C major with the ninth. That's not really important right now, but just that you know this detail. And our third chord for today is D major. Now this is somehow different of the others. So we will play from the fourth string down, and finger number 1 goes second fret, third string, finger number 2, same fret, first string, and finger number 3, third fret, second string. Okay, so that will be D major. So in reviews, G major, C major, D major. If you know these 3 basic chords, I promise you can play hundreds, literally hundreds of songs that use these same chords, exactly the same chords, or this same relationship between chords, and that's very interesting. So we've discussed what are we doing with our left hand, and now we will see what should we do with our right hand. So both hands has each their difficulty. Our right hand is more closely connected with the rhythm in music. So we have 3 main ways of using our right hand. So one is to do what we call strumming, when we play this way. We play all strings, maybe, or sometimes less, but we play all the notes we want to play at the same time, like when we play this kind of. This kind of music. So we've chosen one particular song for today, which this is one of the original songs in Become Jehovah's Friend videos on JW. This song is I Love to Clean. This is a song for children. So this song uses mainly these 3 chords. So if you want to play this style, you could play this song this way. Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. Just as an example, right? Of course, you can make some changes, rhythm changes, and make it a bit more interesting. Like, for instance, Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. Okay, so I did nothing different on my left hand. The change was on the right hand. Okay. So that's one way of using our right hand. A second way we can use our right hand is playing arpeggios. This is when we play the notes of a chord one after the other instead of playing those simultaneously. Like, for instance, so we can play this song, same song, same chords, but with this particular style. Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. And the third way we can use our right hand is a style that is called finger style, when each finger goes into a particular string and you can play all those strings at the same time, like when we play this way. Right, so you can play this song, like, for instance, Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. And then, of course, you can combine all of these techniques of the right hand. I will now play the song using a combination of all these ways of using the right hand. I might change some of the chords, but just not the chords itself, but the way I can play them, just to show you. Once you can skillfully play these three techniques of the right hand, how you could combine those. Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. I can bring him so much joy when I put away my toys. Jehovah loves clean people. That's why I love to clean. Now, at the start, we mentioned that with the guitar you can also play melodies. So how could you play this particular melody, for example? Well, if you take a look at the music that you can find on JW, you will find the sheet with the music written on it, and I can help you understand all the meaning of those signs. As I said before, there's no need to study music theory, but I would recommend to do it because it's like learning a language. If you learn a language, you can write music or you can read music. And that's a very good skill to have. So how could you play this song? Well, if you read the score, you would find these notes. For example, the first verse. But I would suggest to play it on a higher pitch. And that way, for instance, if you're playing this with a friend, so you ask your friend to play the chords, he's accompanying you. There's no need to singing, and you can play the melody, but on a higher pitch. So you would play basically the same notes, it's the same name of the note, but an octave higher. So it would sound this way. With your right hand, you would use these two fingers, and that way you complement both hands and you can play any melody you would like. Now let's just imagine for a moment that you're an advanced student. You're not just a beginner, so you will have some more interests. Like, for instance, something that very often happens is that we have a melody, a song, and we would like to sing it, but at some point we feel that it is too high or too low for our particular voice. That happens to me all the time. And maybe this song we've been playing, for me, it is a bit high. So I would prefer to sing it maybe on a lower pitch. Can you do that? Of course. This is what we call to transpose a song. So, of course, I can help you with that. It's like we have to learn new chords, but we would have to learn new chords, but always respecting the relation between the chords. So if we used G, for example, now I will use E, which is another chord, because it's more comfortable for me to sing. But if you use G and C, now you would have to lower also C. So it's really easy. But at the start, it might be somehow intimidating. So, for instance, you would play it here. Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. For example. So that's more comfortable for me to sing. Now suppose you are really a guitar virtuoso and you would like to get to know more techniques or things to do with your guitar. Well, one other thing you can easily do is to play both things at the same time. That is to play the melody and the chords. So you don't have to sing, but you yourself, with no friend to support you, you yourself can play the chord and at the same time melody. Like for instance, it would be something like this. And what about if you already play the guitar very well and you want to improve your skills? Well, one other thing we could learn is to reharmonize songs, which is very interesting. It's similar to starting making musical arrangements. So here, you wouldn't change the melody, but you would be free to change the chords and play different chords. Maybe chords that are not what you would expect on a key, on a musical key. So let's see how would that sound like if we do some changes in the harmony. Jehovah loves clean people. He made the earth so clean. I can bring him so much joy when I put away my toys. Jehovah loves clean people. That's why I love to clean. And remember that I told you that if you learned those 3 chords, you would play hundreds of tunes. Well, just as an example, on the same series of songs and Become Jehovah's Friend songs, I Run to Jehovah is one of those songs that uses these same chords. So for instance, if you learned the other one, you can play this one. For example, the chorus says, I run, run, run to you, Jehovah, I will run, run, run to you. I don't need to be scared, I know you will be there when I run, run, run to you. So, at this point, I've shown you different things you could learn with the guitar, a variety of techniques and ways of playing it. And as I mentioned before, I always adapt to my students' interests in music. So now we say goodbye to the guitar and say hello to the clarinet. So this is another instrument I could teach you. So this is basically a wind instrument. So you have to blow to produce sounds, right? And you have a set of holes, basically. So you have to cover or uncover those holes, either with your fingers or with these things called keys. So one of the basic things you would learn in your first lesson is how to place your mouth properly. So the lower lip goes above your lower teeth, and then you can place there the instrument. Then you close your mouth, and then you blow, and you should produce something like this. Right? So, for example, the melody of the song we've been playing. Yeah. And the clarinet is a very big instrument. It can play several notes. So you could play this same melody an octave lower. Or an octave even higher. Now you may ask, why would I want to play the clarinet? Valid question. But the clarinet is a very interesting instrument because it has a wide variety of styles that you could play music with. Some people associate clarinet with classical music. For instance, this is part of Mozart concerto for clarinet. Others might think on jazz music when they think about the clarinet. For example. Also, the clarinet is played in Latin American music, like for instance this. You might also like tango music. And of course, the clarinet is very used in klezmer music, music similar to this one, for instance. Okay, so thank you very much for your patience, for listening to my funny accent. So feel free to write and ask any questions you might have. So usually my lessons are 50 minutes long, one per week, but that could be also, we could have longer lessons, a couple of times each week also, or shorter lessons if you prefer. I also give lessons in Spanish, obviously, if that's your native language. And these lessons are online. So I hope my love for music might be contagious and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Bye.